There's water in the washing machine again. And dryer. Now this thing's gonna go vertical. Oh, that's fine. It fell down over here. It's something to go. Still trying to go do stuff. It's about 115 outside. Real feel. Probably gonna rain again, usual. The minute I want to do something, the clouds start coming through, and then the shit starts rumbling. Like it's just like Truman Show stuff. It's just ridiculous. But it just is what it is in this area. Nothing has changed. I've had a funny video from years ago, and it was funny. I started off and saying it's Monday again. Did this, did that, applied to a bunch of places. Still here, and it was funny. And it'll be Monday again. And that was like 10 years ago I said that, and we're still here. So, you know, I'm gonna have to make a real good effort, but it's hard in this climate. It's really, really hard. And with the other nonsense BS, repetitive crap that this keeps on breaking and failing, and everything else that just eats up your time during the day. And plus you gotta eat, and you gotta shop, and you gotta, take care of yourself. You gotta bathe yourself multiple times. Then I spent hours washing clothes because you just sweat so bad, and you just use up all your clothes because they're just like wet from the freaking sweat. It's just no way to live. It's just no way to live at all. People think this place is awesome. It's really not. It's pretty much a nightmare that's eating away your life. We still gotta go through that, and to go through all that stuff, we're gonna move this car and do about 16 other things, and then make the car bake in a hot freaking sun, and then get back in the car, and the dashboard's freaking like whoosh, and the moldings were like whoosh for the sun. You shouldn't have to deal with that shit. It didn't have a problem in any other climate except for here. This heat warps everything. Anyway, make everything as simple as you can. I remember there was a teacher years ago on one of the schools I went to, which I failed greatly on because I fail at everything. Come to accept that. Sometimes you win on your own endeavors. That's about it. But anyway, he knew Milton Friedman, the great economist, personally. This teacher in New York. Milton Friedman is from New York too, and then he moved to the West Coast. I don't know where he was, somewhere over there, San Diego or Los Angeles. I don't know. So he moved out there. But he always had a activity, or now and then we had activities like this. I said, explain something in the least amount of steps. It was the least amount of steps. I don't know. I keep thinking least amount of words, but least amount of steps. And like using simple words and terms that everyone can understand. Because so many people try to go out of their realm and impress people with these huge words and these huge steps, and cut everything down into simple terms. And that's how you actually had like a business or something. People would understand your point of view because you simplified everything instead of making things overly complex. Shrink it down to concise terms. Anyway, that guy's like still around. But I think about that around this place a lot, how you have to shrink everything down to small things, and that can take a considerable amount of time. Definitely when you compare of the time that everything was just insane and crazy. Again, I always say you're not going to be able to do 15 years of stuff in 15 minutes, 15 days, 15 weeks, 15 months, and even years. So you can get close to it though. You get something done if you actually can do something all day and all night with minimum breaks every day, and you don't got to worry about food. You don't got to worry about your clothes getting soaking wet. You don't got to worry about the bad weather and getting heat stroke and covered in rain and sweat and lightning bolts coming down. You don't have to worry about condo land bullshit like blower man coming around and blowing dust when you have the garage open. If you can cut all that out, you will actually make progress. But all that is just too much. So my other plan is just to say, F it, you can do what you can, and then there's going to just be a whole lot of junk that's going to be loaded up in a truck. It's going to cost you, but deal with it, and you're going to deal with it on another end. That's my other plan. That's my other deal. We did get rid of a lot of stuff. I still got to go through this stuff over here. Like, what are you, spray cans and, 100 batteries, just You go through it in time. But again, I can't even stay in here. I'm freaking sweating. I'm done with the heat thing, and the heat makes my brain go poop, and then I stop doing stuff. I get very, very tired from the extreme heat. 115 real feel. Okay, I looked up the weather in the northeast. It's like freaking 64 degrees or something. Okay, why is this place still 115 when other climates at 64? You know, like what the hell, man? 64 to like 75. Here it's 115. What a, you know, what garbage. Why do you want to torture yourself for? I ask myself that every day when I do stuff. Why do you want to torture yourself? You know, life's worth more than torturing yourself. Anyway, what is it? Saturday? Yes, the scrapyard's closed, and hopefully we can load up some more stuff for scrap. Get a couple bucks anyway. And the truck's probably still broken, and you know, everything else. We'll get to it eventually, as we patiently wait for low-priced items to sell, because no one has any money. People are losing their jobs. The stock market's crashing, and you know, what a great thing. Vote for Kamala. That's all I can say, right? Vote blue. Will this get it better? But oh no, the president does nothing with what's happening to our country, right? Right? They do nothing. Like shutting down all the manufacturing like the first day in office, letting all these Venezuela gang members come right across the border. You know, they don't do okay, whatever you think. Congratulations. Anyway, we gotta cut back. Selling stuff is just a joke. That's all I can say. It's wasting time. Sell it to the scrap iron yard. Still got that computer to take apart over there. Maybe I'll work on that later. I don't know. I got a whole list of stuff. I stopped incoming stuff like months ago. Probably since around January. All I'm doing is basically scrap. But anything else that I found weird. Well, the computer was an exception, okay? Because I had computer parts. Ooh, computer parts. But everything else pretty much I stopped because it's just getting overwhelming.